come back from that. But I think it really comes back to this laning phase. If Nongshim come out even or ahead, I think RWE are really going to struggle this game.
Yep, I just have to say, this game is going to be really quiet in the first 4 to 5 minutes. Simply because if anyone gives the first blood away, they instantly lose not just the lanes for themselves, but for their teammates as well. Because look, Soye playing from behind, okay, I think useless is too strong, but useless, right? Lady Sun playing from behind, useless as well. And Nuwa, Garemo, okay, Garemo I think a little bit less restrictive. But Nuwa playing from the back, not a good place to be in.
Look, RWE, I think they need to just superpower this early game, this early laning phase. They need to ensure that they're not equal, right? They got to give themselves an opportunity on this one. They got to be aggressive. You were talking about how playstyle and maybe invading the enemy jungle, you got to maybe overcommit to something, right? You got to take a little bit more risk in this one, especially early.
Yep, you need to maximize your resources, right? Look, there's only a set amount of gold and EXP you can farm on your side of the jungle. And when that window is open for you, climb through it. You have to take things away from your opponents, or else you're just going to be dragging time. And we all know late game, so you got more horrendous to play against.
Yo, but why do we need to climb through the window? Can't we just go through the door? Like, why do we have to go through like a hard, more difficult situation, right? Like, the door's wide open, I can take it, no?
No, it's more thrilling to go through the window, yo.
Okay, you sound like you're speaking from experience on this. How many windows have you crawled through?
Hush, let's change the topic here.
Okay, I'll call the cops later. Anyways, we'll figure this one out. But okay, this is game 4. I think Nongshim, to your point, I think that they have the right heroes in mind of closing out this series. This is going to be a tough one for RWE. They need to make something happen to kind of give themselves a chance. And really, just this laning phase, super important for them.
Yeah, it is important for both sides, right? Now, first one is going to be a win for Illusion. He gets that Sprite in the mid lane, so slight EXP advantage. Right now, CV doing so well against Danny as well.
He's 1 versus 1, and Danny is so low at this point. He's kind of worrying. We're just talking about having a good laning phase. Oh. That's not good.
Yeah, it's a horrible start. It means the Ryze doesn't have his 4.
Oh yeah. He's actually behind. But Haku doesn't either, so a little bit more time. It's just a matter of time before Ryze gets it. Not the end of the world, but again, I think that Lam, in terms of XP, like hitting that 4 now is a good opportunity to maybe go for a potential gank. If anything, he's going for a steal.
Oh well, Nongshim gonna be the first one to try for it instead, right? And this is what's so scary about the lineup. Because of the wild wind coming out from Seaweed, it forces players to reposition, and it's perfect to aim on the side of Illusion and Faye.
Yeah. I mean, if he's able to hit those shots, it's gonna be huge. I mean, it'll probably be set up by Faye's Cannon Blast. But it's going to be super important for them. But Haku, again, I think a lot kind of rides on this guy because he needs to be that bodyguard up front, that bouncer, basically protecting all the squishies in the backlines because there are plenty of them on the Nongshim side.
Yep, and maybe, the fluffy assassin, if it's required. But at this point, okay, look, Constellation Prize, I think we're pretty much even, right? 7jin is winning his lane, so Ruffle Era, they have that going for them. But mid, as well as farm, not too much in their favor.
Not too much. I mean, they've been pushed away. Look at how look at how far he has to play, how scared he is. He doesn't have floor to kind of help him out. And he's been kind of just, kited from afar, so to speak, by Faye and Siri. This is a tough situation. Tough combo to deal with in bottom lane. He's very strong.
Yep, which is why I like the Nongshim draft, right? But maybe a Ryze with the arrival of Islam, it could change the state of the game.
Yeah, but looks like they were baited out. They knew something was up. The call was made. They're like, hey, actually, Toonski's not in lane. But the fact that, Arise made his way there, stole the jungle camp and made his way on out, if anything, that's going to help him. I mean, net worth-wise, we're kind of equal.
Yeah, they definitely need to continue doing this, right? If Ruffle Era wants to stand a chance, they have to do it. And looks like Illusion just a little bit zealous in his attempts, will not hit the mark for any of them. But helping his jungle out, this is going to amp up the pace of the farm rate and EXP growth on the side of Menki. So Haku, with extra EXP, he's going to hit that strong state, max state much faster, and it's going to help his team out a lot because that provides so much room for Siri and Faye to really go crazy.
Yeah. Just something to take note of. Arise is actually a little bit higher or a little bit faster in terms of hitting level 7. Something to take note of is Haku makes his way to the top lane.
Yep, Dream Bubble gonna just expose the 2 members on the side of Ruffle Era, and it looks like they will be happy. They don't know Illusion is here. Oh, Illusion, he misses that big marker.
Yeah, this is it. Arise going in. Oh, they're
Going to go. Oh, nice flash! Xiong gets the first blood, and that's a horrible situation. Tunski will not be able to survive this. He will be taken apart by Haku. At the same time, Fleur is running for his life. We're talking about flow states, but not this kind of flow. And Nongshim, they take the lead in this final potential game, 2-0.
Oh, with match point on the line, that's actually huge for Nongshim. Being able to get that pick off first blood and then the secondary kill, and it was on Arise and Tunski. Both of them, you know, we were talking in the draft about both of these heroes. Like, they need to have a good early game, and dying that early, huge for them. Really unfortunate for RWE. Now they need to figure out other ways to get back in this game because they're starting to fall a little bit behind.
Yep, and first Tyrant of the game actually goes in the hands of Haku, which means Nongshim now have the Tyrant buff. It's a horrible situation to be in because, look, the potential turnaround, the person responsible for getting the kills onto Siri was going to fall onto the hands and shoulders of Arise, and right now, I don't think he can do it.
Control the distance.
This is like every one of my ranked games with like Alam on my team. I just feel like it's not really as impactful. Not to say that Arise is even close to any of the people that I would play with, but you know, just being able to die early, I've seen that time and time again, right? It happens, but being able to come back and dying a secondary time, Arise, this is a tough game already for RWE.
Yep. I mean, Arise mastered his courage, right? He wanted to go for more camps. He wanted to kind of dwindle the farm. But once again, just so happens that Haku and Illusion were around the corner, got the kill as well. So it's a lousy position to be playing out of. So Ruffle Era, they need this T1 on the bot. They need to find something across the map.
Yeah. It seems like a good decent idea, but Faye, all the front.
Yep, he gets a double knockup, and this is the reward they've been looking for. They will get the life as a 1-for-1 trade. So I think it's a small win for the side of Ruffle Era, but they need to get more. Something else needs to happen in the next 2 to 3 minutes, or they will be stuck on the back foot for a very long time.
No, I think that is definitely a win for RWE, right? The fact that they got the bottom T1, plus you force the rotation of Kyung9. Now, 7jin is kind of happily farming for free on that top lane. This is a huge window of opportunity for them to get in, and then there's a reason why the net worth lead is actually shifted in favor of RWE. That was a good rotation.
Yeah, and this is what I mean when I tell you play the map, right? We don't go for the fights, we just play the map.
Yeah, definitely helped out. I mean, it's going to be huge for them. But Nongshim here, again, they're a little bit behind. They're kind of sticking around. They don't have a bottom or a top T1. The only towers that have been taken... Oh, but Faye.
Yep, he goes in, but Danny is very low on health. Faye will sidestep that ultimate, and at this point, Ruffle Era, the only possible prize is a T1, and even then, they're not going to get it. Everything cleared off by Illusion and Kyung9 as well.
Tunski, he misses that ruin. Like, I always think, like, the Nua, you have, like, one job, man. That's all you need to do is just get those, like, final pickoffs. Not able to find Faye. He gets away scot-free, so to speak. But now Haku just being this nuisance, man.
He might go in for the smite. Here, drive-by, easy one. But he's going to get punished. 4 or 5 members on the side of Ruffle Era. They're going in onto Haku. Haku, he's going to try and survive. Not going to work out for him. Gets taken out. But in the meantime, that mid-wave marching in T1 might be successfully defended so far.
Okay, sir, Haku. Okay, it's cool that you made the play. It's flashy, but you dying and just giving it up again, not ideal, right? This is a situation where you got to be like, hey, it's not worth the risk. It's not worth going in. Yes, it's a flashy play and looks good for the highlights or whatever, but dying, that just gives up everything, right? And you're letting Arise get back into play.
Holy, 7jin deleted, and that's going to be Illusion happy with that overcommitment on the side of Ruffle Era. Ruffle Era, they might be looking for the pincer because Arise is around the corner, but it looks like no. They will play a little bit safer, but not too safe. 7jin dead once again.
Dead there on that one. But, Faye did commit the think inside the box, tried to go for Fleur. Didn't actually able to lock him in, especially since he's got the burst ram. But, it's another cooldown that they need to kind of work around. But, Nongshim here, look at the vision score. Kind of key for them. If you're looking at what Fleur and 7jin have kind of contributed, 21 to 26 is very high. Map control.
Yep, Arise, I think he made a mistake here. That's overcommitment. The Nuwa is going to come in. Tunski trying to save the day. Actually blocked the bubble for him, so that's a big win on the side. But you know what? There is a particular situation that has not happened just yet, and Rough War Era needs to make that happen. They need to pick off Siri. Siri has been farming non-stop this entire game.
Yeah, it has been nonstop. And look, it's kind of, they haven't been able to find ways to get in. Siri's, like, his awareness has been good where he hasn't really been able to kind of be ambushed, you know, freely, right? Arise has not been able to find him and to kind of get that pick off, but this Tyrant fight is going to be pretty huge.
Yep, Illusion just landing all of those couple blades, and on the back lines, Kyung looking for an opening onto 7jin, will not get it. The stun comes in onto Flora as well, but here he goes. What is happening? Arise! There is no comms happening, and Nongshim, they all oblige, they go in to get all 5 members as Nongshim march down that mid lane as well.
Oh man, I hate to go to the count, but it's like 1, 2, all the way to 5 because Arise, you make one mistake, you try to go in, try to go cute, and then your entire team gets wiped out. This absolute disaster. Look at Arise, what are you doing 1 versus 4, especially with that control from Faye, which was on point, and pretty much it was all she wrote. We're like, Nongshim, we're like, hey, I'm going to take everything else to go. This is free food for us. We'll take that one, and it's a triple kill going the way of Illusion.
Yeah, I don't know why. Why would he go for that? Because if you take a look at the other side of his counterparts, they were backing off. There was no one ready to go in with Arise as well.
And that's another thing is that RWE were actually in this game. They were actually, in terms of net worth, they had a slight advantage. They were doing everything well, even with the kill, you know, feed a little bit more, you know, in favor of Nongshim. But man, more.
No, 7jin immediately taken out, and that's the painful combination that Nongshim. This is why their draft is so scary. And looking to close the game, this is one of the best drafts to do it because there's so much control, there's so much burst, and you know you are out of reach from this side of Rough War Era.
Yeah, and it really comes back to Haku just being that frontliner, providing that sense of security, that space is actually huge for them because he just stands up front. He's so tanky at this point where, you know, Illusion, Siri, and even Faye to a certain extent in terms of the control just kind of like lock you down and just blow you up.
Yeah, and you can see the discrepancy, right? Not only just in the farm, the itemization, but the EXP. Illusion and Faye, just these 2 members alone. In a normal situation, you wouldn't expect Arise to back off, but he was thwarted from taking that Shadow Overlord.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to take more than that as they're sieging the top T2. Arise is just continuing to farm. He's the only one. He is your lifeline. He needs to get that farm. Danny's been stuck in, just, you know, fighting for scraps with the rest of the team, not able to get anything going, while Arise is, again, just trying to find whatever he can to get himself in this one.
Yep, it's a tough situation, right? And for now, he's trying to steal away camps from the side of Nongshim, but it's not going to work out too much. Kyung9 is on sentry mode here.
Yeah, he spots it out. He knows something is up. I mean, maybe the red buff is going to be picked off here, but...
Oh, no. Yep, he makes it out, but that's an ultimate given, and Danny falls as it looks like T3 on the top going to be split wide open. On the back lines, Arise looking for an entry point, but there's nothing available. All he can do is try and cut the waves, but even then, the rest of the members of Nongshim are already covering that spot.
Yeah, you can't fight there, right? With Danny down for 30 seconds, or 21 now, Arise just takes the red buff. Maybe he gets away. Faye gets sent out with him. No way.
There's no way. I think inside the box, everything committed. 4 members strong actually, as Haku gonna be credited with that kill as well. And it looks like a Rough War Era. It is like the start of the end here.
Yeah, it's looking to be a rough world era. Right. Anyways.
Well done.
No, but look, I don't know how they get back in this one, right? Danny getting caught out in that top lane was like a huge travesty for them, right? Not being able to just kind of stay alive because without Danny, you can't really fight. Plus, he's not even farming at this point. Like, who is going to just kind of control this game for you? And now you have a situation where you have Tunski on the Nua and Lam, which is, both of them are very behind. And these are heroes that really don't come back. This is a, like, almost unwinnable game for RWE at this stage.
Yep, they need too much time. And, I mean, time is of the essence. Even in the late game, I don't think Danny can take a 1v1 fight against Haku, right? Even now, he's tickling him with all the skill sets that he has. He's using everything. Ultimate Shell, Rolling Raid, whatever extra damage, it's not doing anything.
Yeah, it's just like tickling him with it. You know? internationals. Like everyone else, I mean, Illusion is serious. As long as their positioning is fine, the potential angles that RWE go in on are very linear. Aside from Arise, maybe gets in. But,
They
give it a try. Look, nothing is happening. Arise, along with Fleur, they try to go on the backlines, try to catch out Kyung9, but they get caught out instead. And this might be the death blow for them. It is going to be a snipe. Kyung9 gets credited for that kill as well. Nongshim, they have taken one down. 4 more to go. Maybe not even necessary because the crystal is exposed. The dragons are in.
Yeah, it looks like 7jin just force field suppression just to stay alive. They get a heal, but like this base is under siege. Haku all the way up in the front line. They do have the Vanguard, so they could push here potentially. But oh, they're locked down.
Up, Dream Roam catching out the backlines as well. A lot of snipes coming in. Arise, he gets the crash in, but does not get the kill. There is not enough life for them. There's too much damage coming out from the side of Nongshim. Lessons will be learned today, and what a snipe as Siri, he lays down the domination. The next round and wave of minions are here, and it looks like this could be the end of the game. Swinsky, he's trying his best on the back lines. They get the knock-up onto 3 Fleur. He's gonna try his best, but the third time is the charm. It is going to be Nongshim taking this entire series, putting themselves on top of Group D.
Yeah, what a huge win for Nongshim, right? You're getting to play on the international stage in the Philippines. The first matchup going up against a home team. Yes, they were the 3rd seed in the Philippines.